Okay, so here I'm going to show how to disassemble a Lenovo IdeaPad 100. This one specifically -15 IBD. So first what you want to do is you want to remove all the screws from the bottom. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 screws there. Once you remove those 11 screws, you want to flip it over. Open up the screen. Once you get the screen open, you want to remove the keyboard. So the keyboard is a little tough to remove on this model. There's some little clips that hold the keyboard in place at the top. So what you want to do is get a small pry tool. You can go along the top. You'll feel like the bump there, and that's when you know you gotta like tilt it forward to get it in front of that bump. You'll feel it hit the bottom, and then you gotta pry it up. So pry up. There's some adhesive as well, so it's gonna be a little tough. Once you get that piece up, just go around, go to the next one. You'll feel it hit another bump. Do the same thing, move it forward, get in front of that little bump, and then pry it back. Once you get in there, you can pry it up a little bit. You'll want to use like your fingernails is the easiest way I found. So once you get it up, you hold it up, and then you go around. Basically do that around the whole thing. So same thing, you'll keep going around. Helps if you have two hands free to do this. But yeah, you'll go around, you'll feel another bump, keep going around. Make sure peel up the adhesive. It'll be kind of tough to peel it up. You'll feel it, but pull it slowly and you'll get it up. Don't pull too fast or you can break the keyboard. So we just keep going around, prying up this keyboard slowly. Oops. It's tough to do this with one hand, but pretty much keep doing that, going around, prying up wherever it gets stuck on those latches. That. You'll get the tape up. There's also some clips along the sides here, so to get that up, pull up there and then push down here so it kind of flexes it, and then you can pull it sideways like that. Same thing with that. Same way putting it back, you do the sides first. It'll be a lot easier because you can fold it a little so it can go in the groove. So once you do that, lift that up. There's a latch under here to remove the keyboard. You just pull that latch up. Once you lift that latch, you can pull this cable out, set that aside. Then you got a latch for the trackpad. You want to lift that latch up, and then you can pull that out. Then you got the battery connector here, so you want to undo that. This normally I don't like pulling on the cables, but they don't give you a choice. So you just wiggle this back and forth and this will come out. It came out easily because I left it out a little bit, but you basically just pull on it and keep wiggling it until it comes out. There'll be a screw here to hold the CD drive in place, another screw here underneath a warranty sticker, and one screw here. Once you get all those screws out, you can pull the CD drive out like that. Just ink on it, and then you can close this. Then this is the hard part. They put some pretty strong clips in here, so underneath this layer, so you gotta just pry underneath. You can use a pry tool. Chances are you're probably gonna break a few of those clips, but it's okay because the screws will hold it into place. So you get that up, wiggle it. The battery piece actually comes up with the whole panel. So just loosen all those clips, lift it up. This side you want to be careful. I get like a pry tool and then pry in there just so you don't accidentally break those. And then once you get all of those out, you should be able to lift this cover up and then thread the battery connector out. So just make sure get the battery connector out so you don't damage it. Well, it's probably stuck between the two layers. So yep, just get the battery connector out. Sorry. Then once you have it, you probably have to have it open, yeah, and then just get that battery connector out. And then pretty much there you go. It's open. Now you can see there's one RAM slot here. This RAM is soldered directly here, so you can't upgrade that. You can only upgrade one chip. Got the fan here. Looks like you can just remove it. The fan connector. Then you got the CMOS or the BIOS battery. You got the LCD connector here. The wireless card. The wireless antennas. To remove those, you just pull up on the back, and then you just push them back straight down to reconnect it. Then you got a connector here for the optical drive. You could also change that to a second hard drive if you wanted. This is a speaker, so you got the connector, it's underneath the board, so if you wanted to take that out, it's actually this connector here, so it goes all the way underneath the board. And then you got all the connectors here, they're all part of the board, so unless you can solder, you won't be able to replace those. Then you got the SD card slot, and you got the hard drive. So to remove the hard drive, you got the 4 screws here. Take that out, slide it this way, and you can take the screws that are holding the hard drive in place to this caddy, put it on a new one. This one I'm going to be changing it to an SSD because this hard drive's going bad. But that's pretty much it. You just reverse the process to put it back together, and you'll be good to go.